And in your ministry, have you encountered youth who've come to you or who are just maybe not interested in going to church for any of these reasons? And
I mean, so many. Some of them come, like when we have these programs, right, to bring them in, maybe a retreat or something. So many of them come because they were sent by someone, or they were forced by someone, or they were bribed by someone. You know, there's so many reasons why people come. That seems to be the nicest
of them. Or they're interested in the girls for their boys.
It's like, let me find someone nice. You know,
really?
they come.
In fact, there was a joke around the time when I was growing up. They call it prayer meeting, but it's P-R-E-Y, pray meeting. So the boys and the girls are coming to pair up, and that's one of the main reasons why parents shy away from sending their kids to youth group, And it's a very real fear because parents want to be protective. They don't want young people to get into unhealthy relationships. And the extreme is to prevent your young people from having this very healthy experience of interacting with people of the complementary sex, That's one of the things that I feel we need to learn in the church is even this language of opposite sex is actually contrary to the teaching of the Bible, because the Bible tells us in Genesis that God created male and female in His own image and likeness. And so there is a complementarity that is inbuilt into our humanity, that men and women are attracted to one another. It's a healthy sign that we are interested in one another, And we shouldn't have a fear of these feelings, but we should learn, or we should be guided in youth group about how to navigate these feelings without burning ourselves, I don't know whether you relate with what I'm saying.
I think that's such an important conversation to have, because outside nobody is there to really rationalize those emotions, to kind of get you to understand that these are feelings, they're here today, they might not be tomorrow. Right? And even these relationships which are so overwhelmingly desirable and everything, but in the context, like from the perspective of faith, to also look at it and go, hey, you know what? God's made us with these desires, with these passions, with these dreams even. And He wants it for something good for us. He doesn't want us to just to treat it as something, like you can have today and throw away tomorrow. And even in our ministry, we actually try and bring about these conversations, a place where young people can ask, young people can explore, they can talk about it. They can go, hey, you know what, I really like this girl. What do you think? What are your thoughts? And then we work with them, look at it and say, fine, are you really old enough? What about your maturity? And consider the things that it takes to have a meaningful relationship.
Right. I think that's an important conversation.
Because either you'll have two extremes of parents who are totally permissive and they'll support anything the child does, even if it's going to be dangerous or harmful emotionally or spiritually for them to get into those kinds of entanglements. And on the other extreme, you have parents who are totally overprotective and they won't allow any kind of interactions,